Hello, welcome back to Managing LiveNoding. In this episode, I want to share with you the breakdown of these creations. It's basically for the round prompt. I skipped the 5 and 6. I just used this one, round. So it's based on this idea, round, and then I have this like a simple, like a robot character based on like a primitive, like circle, square, and triangles. Anyway, yeah, it's all completely procedural. So this is the node tree. It looks pretty complicated, but with this kind of thing, you can always like copy and paste and reuse some of the nodes. So let's start with the with the character here. We have, of course, like UV sphere. We have the cube, and we have the cone, which is like a triangle, and the cylinder. Cylinder is for the arm. That's pretty basic. I simply use transform and place it just to create the character. The cylinder for the arm, actually this one can be improved. I use the opposite of each other of this. Like this one is supposed to be -137, and yeah, it's not even pivot correctly. But anyway, it creates the character. It's supposed to be like static. I join all of them together, so it's become an instance over here. Instance on points. Okay, let's see. How do I break this down? There is this part that's actually a copy. So just gonna join that copy of this. So when you are getting blend files like this and you want to break it down and reusing it, you need to understand what's actually going on. So there's also this time. So this is a time, there's a time frame that's running, and there is a multiplier, the usual stuff, and then it goes inside combine XYZ into the transform rotation. This is actually for curved circle. Yeah, it's really weird, right? We have curved circle and we have resolutions. So I can make it like a triangle. It looks really weird at the moment. Let me increase it. As I increase the circle, you can see it's starting to conform to the noise. It's pretty weird, but it works. So this circle have a value, radius, so I can change the value. You might started to see how I created this. So we have the floor. The floor is basically like a cylinder, but I started with a circle, right? The circle goes into the transform, and I actually rotate the circle. So it's happening both up here and down there. And then after we rotate the circle, we use set positions and noise. So there's a noise texture. This one is actually it's actually the same. So I should use the same thing up there and down there. So I can actually get rid of this. I think file save as. So this is basically a noise that's modifying our circle. So now I can make changes. So noise texture, I can change the scale so it could be more noisy. Everything will still work. So position, actually this one should just go there. Okay, this is the multiplier for the noise. Yep, and then we have a scale, also like a multiplier on top of the scale. Interesting. I can zero this out. All right, I can increase these resolutions to 30 so it's smoother. Okay, let's explain this mechanism that's happening up there and down there. So multiple combined. So this circle is being displaced and rotated. So we get like a loop because it's already a circle. And then we have cylinder that's being instanced. So the cylinder in this case is actually becoming the floor. Yeah, I should just make it like cylinder. It's like at the moment it's looking quite nice. It's almost like resemble like a bamboo. There's a designer Shigeru Ban that's using like a paper roll to create furniture. I think it's very similar to that. So instance on point. So it's basically a circle, and I randomize using noise, and then I make it traveling, flowing, and the points of the circle is moving with it. And I simply instance the cylinder on top of that. So that's basically how it works. So we can control the counts, the number of the cylinder along the path from here. And yeah, it's instance, and there's rotations. Without the rotation, it's gonna look like this. But I rotate it 90 degrees, so it's becoming like the floor. There's also this offset from original positions. Yeah, so we have like a merry-go-round. So this is Mary, maybe with the hair. Oops. Okay. So that's a grease pencil, right? Sometimes it's hard to get rid of these annotations. But anyway, it's a UV sphere with a hair, cube, triangle, and the arm. Okay, so that's Mary. That's being instanced now, similar to the cylinder up here. It's actually exactly the same. We can increase the number of this character. You can replace this with your own character, and we're gonna have this is also actually inspired by Pepper Doll chain. Yeah, you might have seen something like this. So originally it's not really like character going around like this. I think at some point I rotate it, but the magic here is actually the instance and align Euler to vector. So this is actually the trick. Without a line of Euler, without this align Euler to vector, we don't get the result that we want. It's gonna be like this, you know. It's pretty strange, but you can align it and you can rotate, you know. It's pretty funny. Yeah, so the character is now happy dancing around the circle. Yeah, so originally, again, it's just a circle and curved circle. We have resolutions of the circle, but the noise is really setting the position for the circle, offsetting this position, and we get what we have here. There's an animations that's controlling the speed. I can make it slower or faster. We can actually turn off the animations for the cylinder if that's what you want. Still pretty interesting little animations that you can bake, and you can modify. Everything joins together, set position. Yeah, the rest of them is pretty much up to you. If you want to add rotations like this, you can. You can do that. Try value of frame multiply with math. So this is the speed. So we have sine wave, and then we can multiply the sine wave. So this is a common things that you can do and plug this into the rotations. But before you plug this, use Euler, yeah, plug this into the, use this rotate Euler or Euler, and then use axis angle. We plug this like that. See, the rotation is happening, but you want it in different axes. Wow, look at that. It's actually working pretty funny. And you can always, I believe you can also using the index. So just an idea, you can use index and offset the time, which is pretty crazy. Look at this. The character is dancing, it's making this shape, and the rotations, the animations is shifting. It's maybe the speed is too fast, so I just make this slower. Yeah, character is dancing and dancing around this, maybe like a campfire or something. Right, so that's my submission for November round. Hopefully you find this interesting. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.